Hey, Otto!
No. Don't you dare let that little rat dog piss on my walkway again.
Ignore him, Print. He has no idea who's doing that.
Well, it was one of you. Get out of here. You cannot use this road without a permit.
Have a nice day, sir.
You know, the other guys don't do this, the guys with the white trucks. How come it's always you brown guys? And I don't mean that racially. Oh, look, I'm selfish. I'm a selfish actor, and I'm very competitive, and I know a good role when I see one. And I don't think anybody else was ever considered for the role of Otto in A Man Called Otto, because I selfishly said, I know exactly what I want to do here. I know exactly how to be not just cranky, but also always correct. If there's anybody in this movie that is right 100% of the time in the movie, it's Otto. And I like playing the guy who's always right.
Hi. Well, we wanted to properly introduce ourselves because, you know, we're going to be neighbors and everything, so. So.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Are you always this unfriendly?
I'm not unfriendly.
Okay, you're not. No. You're not unfriendly. Every word you say is like a warm cuddle.
Well, it can be, you know, it's freeing to mumble it under your breath while nobody can really hear it. What is freeing is being able to use the body language that says the same thing. You know, it's like, ugh, you know, that. A good frustrated sigh is almost as good as one of those yoga breaths, you know, where you're supposed to just clear everything out. You don't have to like get down to the point of having no opinion. Sometimes it's good to communicate everything about your opinion in one long exhale. That's fun. Look, this is the family business. This is what we've been doing forever. It's what all of our kids grew up in. We have 4 kids. They're all very creative. They're all involved in some brand of storytelling. And if we were a plumbing supply business, or if we ran, you know, the florist shop down the street, the whole family would be putting in time at some point, even if it was just, you know, inventory at the end of the year. The thing that doesn't change no matter what happens, no matter what your last name is whether it works or not. I mean, that's the issue anytime any of us go off and try to tell a fresh story or create something that has a beginning and a middle of an end. Doesn't matter what our last names are. We have to do the work in order to make that a true and authentic experience for the audience. And that's a much bigger task than worrying about whether anybody's going to, like, you know, try to scathe us or not.
Can you please give me a ride? I don't have a license.
You don't have a driver's license? How old are you? Clutch in and brake. Brake, the car is stopped. Don't hit the car. Brake.
I almost hit the car.
It's all right. It's a hybrid. There are huge differences between the social structure of Sweden and the social structure of the United States of America. And actually that gave us more things in order to examine. In the United States of America, for a Mexican family to move across the street, it has very specific connotations to it, different than it would even in Sweden.
Oh my God. Espérame tantito.
Slowly let down the clutch and press on the gas. Now you listen to me. You have given birth to 2 children. You learned a new language. You will have no problem learning how to drive. My God, the world is full of complete idiots who have managed to figure it out, and you are not a complete idiot. So, clutch, shift, gas, drive. Que bueno. Whoever you are in this world, if you're dealing with grief, if you're dealing with loss, if you're dealing with what you think is the end of your true time here in the world or in your neighborhood, and get shaken out of that by way of somebody knocking on your door and asking for help or asking if you need any help, that's undeniable, and that means you're actually touching on one of the Sophocles and Shakespeare wrote stories about loneliness, in which case you're just part of the human DNA that never stops being fascinating and never stops being important in order to examine.
Well, it's all right.
I have a cat.
You think you have to do everything on your own? But guess what? No one can.
Even if the sun don't shine, well, it's all right.
I'm Beppo! You want to see a trick?
Yeah!
Could I borrow a coin?
What did you do?
Henry back to the corner.